Okay, I want to do a quick overview video of the latest features that have been added to the Count Inventory app. This is for QuickBooks Enterprise users to be able to manipulate your data in various ways using an Android app for inventory purposes for QuickBooks Enterprise on Android. This is just going to be an overview video, not going into details on each of the functions. If you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to Accuware and we'll put information in the description for you. So basically, I'm just going to go through and give you just an overview of each of the functions a little bit. So if we go into the Inventory app, okay, now this is for people who don't have advanced inventory functionality in QuickBooks. What you can do is you can search on a particular item and it'll pull back the quantity that's on hand for that item, and you can just update that quantity on hand for the item, and it's done immediately live in right into QuickBooks Enterprise. So if I can also pull in certain like custom item fields that I might want to view, the min-max values. You can turn on the ability to set the min-maxes here, but usually you wouldn't want to be setting that, but you can at least view the value. If we go out here to the advanced inventory version of this and we search, you can see we can pull up the value for a particular distribution center. We can select any of the distribution centers, and this will tell us like how much is on hand in each particular bin, and then you can correct that value and update it in the app, so people can do, again, live updates to make your inventory more accurate with this function. Transfer inventory at this point is mainly going to be for moving inventory from one site to another if you have advanced inventory. So if you have a particular item you want to move, I'll just do the drill item again here. You can basically just do transfers, and again, we're just using like the advanced inventory capability. We're doing a transfer just like QuickBooks Enterprise would for moving inventory from one bin to another or from one site to another. In this case, I selected two different sites, but you could move inventory from within one site from one bin to another. So again, we're going to go through each of these in separate videos in more detail. The price checker, again, just lets you pull up information if it's more of a wholesale or retail environment where you have items on the floor and you want to walk around with customers. You can pull up the sell price. You can also set like specific like wholesaler and specials like sale prices can all be set up on here. You can pull up information about the item. We do have an ability to also pull up the picture of the item, the stored picture from QuickBooks itself with this function. Okay, and then back to the main menu. Cycle counting. Cycle counting at this point is for people without advanced inventory, but we're going to be enhancing this to work with people who have advanced inventory. But basically what this does is this lets you, it suggests a particular item to go out and cycle count, and it tells you, the quantity on hand, and you can update that quantity on hand, and then it'll give you the next item to go out and search. So what it's going to do for you is let you, go around and do random counts of items, and it'll suggest items for you to go and count those items to update the quantity on hand for that item. So this is in cases where you don't have sites and bins, and we're going to enhance this function to work with sites and bins very shortly. And then shipping sales orders, basically you can search and pull up. I'll minimize this for you real quick. I'll show you this $87.95 just so you can kind of see it in QuickBooks. Okay, and okay, so here's this same sales order here, and we'll just move this so we can see both at the same time. Basically what I'm showing you here is that you can pull up the sales order with the mobile app and it'll pull in the items, and what you can do with this is you can select all or part of the sales order to make it into an invoice, which effectively is like you could use the sales order almost like a pick list because it's allocated the inventory, but it hasn't removed it yet. And then you can transform this into an invoice with our mobile app to essentially transition this sort of like from a pick list to an invoiced shipment, which will remove it from stock. Okay, so we've got this available for both non-advanced inventory customers and advanced inventory customers. If you've got bins and locations, we can do the same thing. We can just pull back your sales order, and you can decide how much of this to ship or not, basically making an invoice out of it. Of course, this invoice doesn't get sent to the customer unless your accounting department has had a chance to review it, right? So it's kind of like an audit trail where people can then pick these items, start to pack them, and then that makes these into an invoice. Again, and any of these functions, by the way, can be enabled or disabled on our desktop piece to this app. Okay, and then last thing to take a look at is we can verify invoices. So let's see if I can pull that one back out for you. 1103 invoices. Okay. So I don't have a lot of room to show this one on here. Let me make a little bit more room here. So you can see I'm pulling in the same invoice. And what this is designed to do is you can verify each of these items, scanning the item, multiple times until you reach the satisfied quantity for each one. And then we can write back a value of verified or not into any custom item field that you make show as a column in the invoice. And we're going to get into more detailed demos on each of these functions, but I just wanted to give you an overview so you can decide if any of these functions kind of suit your needs. But this is sort of a way to verify that the correct quantity was pulled for each of these items, that it's the right item and the right quantity. And then once you've scanned it enough times, we can write a verified value back in as a column, so then you can have reports on which invoices were verified or pick verified, and then you'll be able to know which of your invoices were picked and verified. And then lastly, just a few of the settings. We've made it so that you can default to a certain screen on here, select a particular distribution center as your default site. You can test the connection back to the server, which in our case it can be any desktop PC, and you can test connection to the QuickBooks company file itself, all from here, just to make sure you're connected up right and operating correctly. So that's sort of an overview. We're going to be continuing to add verification modules to this so that you could verify things like builds and sales orders and other things. So give us a call if you have any questions. If this is close to something that would satisfy a huge need for you, just reach out to us. We're adding small and large functions to this every day here. So give us a call if you have any questions on the Count Inventory app for QuickBooks Enterprise. Thanks.